Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Fleury, and I'm a field application engineer with LMI Technologies. Welcome to this tutorial on using the Python script in GoPxL to perform AI inference with YOLO V8. The GoPxL Pro Utilities file can be found on the LMI3D.com website as shown on screen here. The Pro Utilities are more suited for advanced users and offers a more expansive Python library out of the box. Before we dive into this tutorial, let's take a brief look at what YOLO V8 is. YOLO V8 is a real-time object detection system that uses a supervised learning approach to detect objects in images and videos. As a supervised model, YOLO V8 requires a large dataset of labeled images to train on, where each image is annotated with the objects it contains. This training process allows the model to learn the patterns and features of the objects, enabling it to make accurate predictions on new, unseen data. In this video, we'll be using a pre-trained YOLO V8 model and we'll show you how to use it within the GoPxL software platform. But before we can run inference, we need to prepare our scan data. That's where the built-in GoPxL tools are utilized for pre-processing. We'll cover how to use these tools to pre-process your scan data, which can help improve the accuracy of our model. Before we can start using GoPxL, we'll need to configure it to reference our computer's Python interpreter. By default, the GoPxL utilities are downloaded with Python. However, for this tutorial, I want to reference my computer's Python interpreter. Beforehand, I installed all of the Ultralytics YOLO V8 dependencies to my computer's Python. This was done via pip installations at the command line. GoPxL must be properly configured to use my system's Python. We can make use of some handy batch files that are downloaded along with the GoPxL Pro utilities. Within the Pro tools, there are 3 batch files related to the Python tool server. Those files can be seen on screen here and are located at the following directory. We will want to first double-click on the file named configuredeveloperstart.bat. This action will disable GoPxL from referencing the built-in Python installation. If we ever want to revert this action, we can simply double-click on the other file named configurebuiltinstart.bat. This will re-enable GoPxL to reference the Python it is downloaded with. Next, we'll open the GDK.py folder in VS Code and manually run the tool server. This is done with the runserver.py file. This will prompt the following outputs in the terminal of VS Code. At this point, the server is running and awaiting an instance of GoPxL to be launched on our computer. Please note, you are able to install and modify the Python installation that GoPxL is downloaded with. This would allow for a fully portable installation for your specific integration. Information on this process can be found within the GoPxL manual. Let's go ahead and launch an instance of GoPxL through the GoPxL manager. Once GoPxL is launched, we'll upload a support file that contains the data and the proper toolchain for our application. Please note, with the current configuration, inference will be run on the CPU of our computer. For best results, inference should always be run on the GPU to save on processing time. The data we have uploaded is several scans of lithium-ion battery cells. The model we have trained will detect 2 things on these cells. It will look for any puff or defects present on the battery, as well as determining the presence or absence of text in the middle of the battery cell. Next, let's talk about how we pre-process the surface data before our model performs a prediction. To pre-process our scan data, we'll be using the following GoPxL tools: the surface filter tool, the surface bounding box tool, the surface transform tool, the surface mask tool, the surface curvature tool, and finally, the script tool. Firstly, let's use the surface filter to apply an opening filter to the surface data. This will help eliminate any unwanted noise within the scan. Next, we will use the surface bounding box tool to draw the smallest 3D box around the part scanned. This tool will generate an X, Y, and Z coordinates that relate to a center point, as well as create a bot axis line feature that will track Z angle. The surface transform tool will use the bounding box center point and line features as an input to transform the data. This will ensure that the data is always locked in the same location, making it easier to work with in subsequent tools. We'll then use the surface mask tool to mask out any unwanted data, allowing us to focus on a more confined region of the scan. The surface curvature tool will then be utilized. This tool removes any unwanted curvature from our scans while preserving surface features or defects. We'll configure the polynomial order to achieve the desired results. Finally, we'll use 2 Python scripts to complete the toolchain. A reminder, the script tools are being powered by my computer's Python interpreter. The first script converts the pre-processed surface data into a 2D image. This image will retain heat map color information and will be plugged directly into the subsequent script tool. Next, we will use the second script tool to resize the image and perform inference. First, the image is converted to the proper size for the YOLO V8 model, which in our case is 512 by 512 pixels. It is essential the proper image is plugged into our AI model. Next, load the pre-trained YOLO V8 model into the script tool. I have the model downloaded and I referenced it at the directory on my desktop. Once the model is loaded, it can now be used for inference. This model is trained to detect specific features on lithium-ion battery cells, including the text in the middle of the battery and any puffing defects that may be present. We'll run inference using the default YOLO parameters. The model will generate bounding boxes around the detected features. After inference is completed, the script tools are utilized to display the annotated image and prediction results to the screen. This will allow us to easily view the results of model inference. With that, our GoPxL toolchain that utilizes an AI model is now complete. Let's cycle through a few scans that the model has never seen before and view the results. GoPxL also offers a Python GDK if you want to create your own custom tools for inspection. All of the functionality shown today could be wrapped together with a nice bow running within a GoPxL tool. More information on this process is outlined within the GoPxL manual. In this tutorial, we've shown you how to use the GoPxL software platform and a YOLO V8 model to perform AI inference on lithium-ion batteries. However, please note that the model used in this tutorial is not publicly available. If you are interested in using AI inference for your own application, we recommend training your own model and using your own dataset. This will allow you to tailor the model for your specific use case and ensure the best results. Thank you for watching. We hope that you have found this tutorial helpful.